So I go to Columbia, and it's like, oh my God, how smart are you? And you know, it's the racial element. I'm from Compton. I grew up on food stamps and shit. And they're like, damn, yo ass go to. That's why I always lean into Compton to Columbia, because it's like, yeah, and I'm not special. There's other kids from there or other situations that can make it. So, but then you get to the NFL or combine and college football. I'm not high on the totem pole. I'm the lowest. Columbia was the worst football program in the country in terms of losing streak forever. And so I went to the worst, not one of, the worst football school. And then I'm in the combines. And to Bucky's point, I could do nothing but increase my draft stock. I could do nothing but help myself. I can't hurt myself at all. So I went in there. I mean, I'm in there like, yo, I do whatever it takes, you know. Man, I suck, yo. You know, like,
God damn, like that's where we at today.
He has been on lately.
What happened over the weekend?
He has been on lately.
Like what did I miss? Like what happened over the weekend?
Anybody want a cheeseburger? Anybody want a cheeseburger?
Oh
Man, you been on, man.
Oh my God.
You said the enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Hey, no, but
What?
I don't even want to come back at that, but to his point, that's why I wanted to. I was so down on myself not being able to perform at the combine, because I knew if I would have went and I would have performed with the way I was testing, like going up before I went to Hula Bowl, I know I would have just elevated mine. And I know that's probably why you were so hurt too, because they didn't get a chance to see you, and you probably would have went out there, done the drills, and elevated. Because I'm a gamer, I'm gonna show up, and I would have showed up and showed out.
Quick question for you on that. If you knew you was injured, no thought was like, hey, let me not go because I could drop my stock by doing this.
Well, coming from Utah State, I need to go. I need to go so I could. That's my first time being in the room with those guys.
Gotcha.
Meeting them seeing my face, and I had to get examined by doctors. My knee swelled up. I had to ice my knee that night because it got yanked on by so many different doctors.
Time. So like everyone comes from different schools. There's no central database for like medical information. Right. So what they do is they come in. Everyone gets a full physical, and then if you had any injuries, they may do a recheck to check on like your knee, your ankle, or whatever.
I had to go get an
and
MRI.
Then those doctors will then hand out the information to the teams and say like, okay, look, there's a high probability that he could have a career that's short due to degenerative knee, this and that, or whatever. So some of the decisions that are made on draft day is because they're saying, look, we draft him, but we have no expectation that he'll ever get to a second contract based on his diagnosis. So that's why it's important to go for the medical, but then also like
interviews.
The interview part, like if there's something in your background, like if I had a DUI, if I had a fight or anything, is your opportunity to explain. And they already know. They already know, but they're trying to figure out like, hey, what are the circumstances behind
if you're gonna be real
this and that or whatever. And then they go on. And then if it's not that, then it's just about ball. Like, let's look at the tape. Let's spend 15 minutes looking at the tape. Explain to me this so I know exactly what I'm getting. And then it sets the table for you to come in for a visit and all those things.
And it was good. It was good. Wait, real fast. It was good that they did the MRI, because when I took it back to my doctor at school, I was ahead of healing. And we wouldn't have known that if I ain't go to them and had them, because they gave me my copy. And that was a little bit after I was still in my recovery process. I'm a healing above schedule, you know, and that looked good to the teams. But my doctor was able to see that, and we were able to start, because it's MCL, we were able to start a little bit rehab a little bit faster than I wanted to.
Times are different now. You know, they televised the combines. When you guys were coming up, going into your pro days,
secret.
It was a secret. We didn't know the players, how they exercise or move before.
Bring that mic up, Trip.
Before they get drafted. But I think it's a lot easier now because we get to know the players, the position they play, where they're going to go play, and I don't know. I think it's a lot better for the players now.
It's better for us. Intramural.
It's another thing for ESPN to talk about, basically. Or the NFL Network, should I say.
It would seem to me that the interviews are, for most kids, are the least important.
It's the most
important.
Because a lot of these teams don't take them seriously.
What, interviews?
Or they're asking inappropriate questions.
No, they can't do it anymore. So like,
well, that's what they said, and then they asked Lamar about his mama being a prostitute or some shit like that.
That was Dez Bryant.
And
whoever it was, either way, it was still bad.
So it's funny you brought up the Dez Bryant thing. The reason that came up is because they asked Dez Bryant about his dad and his dad's occupation. Oh, my dad is a pimp. What does your mom do? She works for my dad. So the question came out of that. It wasn't like Jeff Ireland just asked, like,
Is your
hey,
mama
man,
a
your
hoe?
mama a hoe? No, he didn't ask that. He asked because my man
Did
said,
she go to All Stars?
Did she have a Steph Curry jersey?
She likes Steph Curry. Is her nickname John Bone?
So that's why. But then,
so that's new information.
no, but
that's
now,
new information for me.
But also,
Oh, shit.
the league has changed. All right, so the league has become more corporate as it became more diverse, and as you have like more, like look, you have women in prominent positions and everything. It became more like a corporate interview. So there are questions that I can't ask you that I used to could ask you before. I could ask you in an interview, how many kids you have, this and that. Like I could
So
lean
it's a
into
hard HR question.
Yeah, I could lean
it's
into
a hard HR thing now. Huh?
for sure. I could lean into things like if I had heard that maybe your sexual orientation was more homosexual, like we would kind of lean into that just to get an idea. But like you can't do those things. All those things are inappropriate now. So now it literally is about ball.
Okay.
That's it. Like so there's none of the other stuff and that was hard coming from like the old boys club.
Yeah,
That's been a hard transition where the league had to make it very sterile when it came to. I mean, it's literally just like any other interview where
Now they
the
sound
biggest-
like, you ever seen the Men's Society? Now they all sound like the granddaddy talking to Kang. About, do you care if you live?
You die? Yeah.
Like, you know what you want to ask.
Because
Like,
the
ask
biggest
real
thing
question.
about it is they're trying to find out the kid's character, right? So again, like Bucky said, they know every single answer to the question they're asking. Let's give you an example. The guy who had all the sacks this year at South Carolina, the freshman All-American at South Carolina, right? Had like 9 sacks, whatever. I guarantee for the next 2 years they're following him around.
Oh, we don't know.
You see what I'm saying? So when he comes in 2 years to the combine, hey, do you do this? Do you move like this? All those, they already know the answer
Can I
to
give
all
you
that
my
stuff.
real life experience? So it's not even a guy out there. It's me. It happened to me. Dog, they have the FBI telling you and all
Yes.
that stuff. So I got tailed. I didn't know it, right? So off. When I say FBI, I mean like off-duty cops. Like
They're
they
security.
hire it, security, right?
NFL
So-
has one of the biggest security apparatuses
Absolutely.
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah. So this is what happened. I get in the combine. I went to the combine when you walked across the stage and you can wear whatever you want. But I knew what I looked like. Like I told you, I went 6 weeks in Boston and went straight there. And I did my favorite snack, Hawaiian Punch and Cheetos. Didn't have it for 6 weeks. Oh, I ripped up. I was yoked the fuck up. And so I get to the combines and everybody like, you went to Columbia? And they're like, damn, I'm 6'4" and a quarter, 272.
And ripped at 272?
Ripped. I mean, I was shredded. I knew it. And so I walk in the room and I wear Speedos because one, you know how secure I am in my masculinity. And two,
you in your drawers.
yeah. Did anybody do that in your?
No, you walk into the auditorium with
Yeah.
everybody, all the coaches in here.
It's 500.
It's like a slave trade.
And I got a little bird chest, so when I walked
Yeah,
in
it's
there,
500
I'm over there
people
trying
in
to
there,
stick
and
my
you're-
chest out. Hey, so like I'm a
you're in your
little swollen than I am. I ain't gonna lie, I definitely did. And my trainer told me that too. He said when you walk in there, because they knew I got a little bird chest. That's why my bitch was
22
so low.
reps.
That's why my bitch was so low. I was trying to get ahead of him and
Never
say
get
it.
his nipples
Hey,
licked.
look, hey, I was trying to get ahead of you and say it before you said it, because I knew it was coming.
The girls were like,
I knew it was coming.
Where you at?
But no, it was serious though. When I walked in that room though, I had my tights on. I walked out with my chest sticking out to try and make it look like
Nah, so one of the things that used to happen before you cut you off is we're looking at body types. Because so
That's what I'm
Marcellus-
gonna finish after this. I'm gonna tell
Marcellus
you.
would come across the stage. He would stand facing us. Then he would stand to the side. Then he would turn around. And as a scout, like you're talking about a slave trade, but like you're making notes on like anything. He's knock-kneed. He has coat hanger shoulders. He has this like
Calves.
one arm is longer than the other or whatever. The other thing like now, so like tattoos. But they'll look at yeah.
We lost DP.
DP drunk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we lost
I'm
that.
being serious. I did walk out
That's
with my
funny.
chest sticking out. So I'm being honest.
That was one of the big criticisms. Of
Oh yeah, it felt a little slavish.
yeah.
But can I finish? Let me. All right. So Bucky's
Go ahead,
right.
go ahead.
So I did it. So when I walked in, and so I'm with Orlando Pace was our number 1 pick. So I'm in that draft.
Monster.
Yeah, beast. He didn't do shit, and he didn't have to. So I'm like walking, and they're like, "Damn, dog, how you go to Columbia? Like, look at you." He said, "They gonna trip when you walk in this motherfucking room."
Body beautiful.
And I walked in the room, and I'm not lying. When I walked in, they said, Damn. Damn. Yeah. And so
They were like,
I got on
they were like,
Speedos.
let me talk to you, shorty. Come here, shorty.
Dog, no. I had on literally a black and blue pair of like
so you
European
y'all had those
Speedos.
tights. Oh, you had the European
I mean,
ones.
I had the thong up the ass. It was
No,
like for real.
Sell,
I was like,
no.
I'm gonna get drafted.
Sell.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
You weren't twerking.
Anything for a signing
Sell
bonus.
was in there-
Marcellus was like,
Marcellus in there twerking. Hey, turn around.
Marcellus was like, I'm gonna get
Twerk that
drafted
thing.
or
Hey,
I'm
you
gonna
wanna
be
see
a
these
kept
muscles?
man.
Yeah.
You
Or
wanna
I'm
see
gonna
these
be a
muscles?
kept man.
Either I'm
Mercy,
gonna
where
get
you at?
drafted, or I'm gonna be dating a scout. Like that's the shit. I'm making it to the league.
I'm winning. That's right.
I'm leaving here with something.
Everybody tell this story.
I will be driving European.
I'm
by
leaving here
next
with
week.
something.
Right. I'm glad he said that. No one chooses football. Football chooses you.
It's so crazy. People still stuck in Pat Mahomes in the office. I'm like, do you see these numbers?
Marcellus Wiley on the rocks.